Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? It's the boy Coach Malachi Williams. I see. Let's go. What's going on? Everybody in the building. H Money Boxing. What's up, fam? Salute my brother. Force Mayweather. What's going on, fam? What you say? Wow, IFL TV interview with Mike Carpenter, not LDBC, dropping bombs, saying Fury Joshua not done, and why the arbitration is in process. Yeah. I did see that interview. It's a matter of who do you believe, right? Somebody is lying somewhere, because Bob Arum, I have an interview where Bob Arum says that, hey, Wilder has lost the arbitration. So this is counter to what this guy Mike Copinger is saying, right? But one thing he did say in this fight, one thing he did say in this IFL interview, he did say that the Wilder thing is not the hang up, is not stopping the Anthony Joshua fight. He did say that. He said that what's holding up the Anthony Joshua and Fury fight is, like I said before, there's we have something called COVID, which is a global pandemic. And a fight of this magnitude, you have different countries, different people bidding to see who's going to host this fight, right? And the problem is this here. There's no venues that's going to be open to full capacity that can pay the fighters the type of money that they want, and for the investors to make a return on their money. Again, there's three ways you're going to make money in a major fight like this. You're going to make money from streams, legal streams, pay-per-view buys, merchandise, and the live gate. The live gate meaning whatever venue this fight is being held at, this is how you're going to draw your money. You see what I'm saying? And if everything is pretty much on lockdown, except for the state of Texas and the state of Florida here in the United States, and if it's not going to be full capacity, you know what I mean, then that's what the investors are looking at. So he did address that issue. Mike did address that issue in the IFL TV interview. So I'm glad he did do that. But of course, we know from the Alphabet Boys, the narrative is Wilder's going to get $10 million. Wilder's going to get $20 million step aside. Wilder's going to get $50 million step aside. Wilder's going to get $100 million according to Fanon. Wilder is going to receive a layaway plan, meaning for people in the UK, layaway is just a down payment. Fury's going to give him a down payment on this fight. You know what I mean? Because he didn't give him the third fight after beating Wilder 2 fights. You see what I'm saying? And then he's going to give him a down payment, and he's going to get 20% of Fury's purse for the next 4 fights. I already done addressed that yesterday, so I'm not even going to get into that anymore. But let me give everybody a shout out who's here. Let me start from the top. And pimp name M. Dot. What's good? What's good, fam? Yeah, everybody, please hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We over 2,000, baby. We're fixing to take off. Major Mahood, what's going on, fam? What's going on with you? Yes, sir. Make sure everybody hit the like button. H Money Boxing, what's good, fam? Halim, salute. Tell them what's going on. Who else we got? Ivan, what's good, fam? Let's see who else we got. Mr. Agnes. Mr. Angus 245, what's good? HXLX, how you doing, brother? Who else we got? Neil Simpson, what's going on? Fanon, the Fanny is not right in the head. Yeah. It is what it is. M. Bloom, what's good? Peace, salute, brother. M. Mazzino, what's going on? M. Mazzino HD, what's going on, fam? So listen, I'm gonna get straight to the point. We're gonna keep this live to about an hour, and that's it, because I know you guys' time is very precious. Now, the question I wanted to ask you guys was this. We do know now that Floyd Money Mayweather, which is one of my favorite fighters of all time, Floyd Money Mayweather is working with Anthony Joshua. The question I want to ask you guys is this. The question, hold on, guys, hold on. Wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. The question I want to ask you guys is this. Plugging my headphones in, guys. I wasn't sure if you can hear me. Let's see. Abdul Jallo, what's going on, fam? Let's see. I want to give a special shout out to Neil Simpson for the super chat. I really appreciate that, fam. Thank you so much for the super chat. That does help me help the channel grow. It does help me get a lot of equipment that I have now, like different green screens and different stuff that I like to do on my channel. Like when I do my recorded videos, I try to be as entertaining as possible. I try to have like different kind of skits in it, but just keep it entertaining, keep everybody engaged. So I really, really do appreciate that. Big shout out to my main man, Neil Simpson, for the super chat. It has to be a way I can pin this up. I want to know how I can pin this super chat. Let me see what's going on. Gotta be a way that I can pin this. I'm gonna figure out how I can pin these up. You know what I mean? So, Michael, what's going on, fam? What's going on with you? All right, so let's stick to the topic at hand. The topic at hand is we know that Floyd Mayweather is pretty much working with Anthony Joshua now. Now, Anthony Joshua is the type of fighter, from what I'm seeing, he's a sponge. He's always learning. He's always anxious to learn within the sport. You know, a lot of the skills that Floyd Mayweather has or had when he was in his prime as a fighter, you can't teach those things. What I mean by that is Floyd was a very instinctive fighter. He had very quick reflexes. You see what I'm saying? Now in the gym, because I used to box for 5 years, right? I wasn't all that great, to be honest with you. I mean, I was pretty good, but I wasn't all that great. But you know, there are certain things that certain like really gifted fighters, like a Terrence Crawford, they can switch, they can fight orthodox, they can fight southpaw, and their foot placement and the way they place their feet and how they box, those are things that some people just pick up quickly and they have natural gifts. You have some people who have good hand-eye coordination or eye-hand coordination. What I mean by that in the sport of boxing, Floyd Mayweather had that, and he has that. What I mean by that is this: you can fight a fighter right in the pocket. You can fight him right in the pocket, right? And when that fighter is trying to hit you, you can like block it and come back with a counter. You see what I'm saying? Or you can do the counter pull like what Floyd does. A lot of you younger fighters, a lot of you younger fans, the counter pull, Muhammad Ali did that. You know what I mean? Floyd got that from Floyd did not originate the counter pull. If you watch a lot of Muhammad Ali fights, he does the counter pull excellent. He'll have his face there. When somebody throws a punch, he'll come back just a little bit out of the range of the punch, and then he comes back and bring that right hand. That's Muhammad Ali all day, classic. That's where it comes from, if you didn't know. So other than that, that's it. Now, I want to know, what is it that can Floyd Mayweather teach Anthony Joshua that will help him beat Tyson Fury? You see what I'm saying? Because the reason why I say that, guys, the skills that Floyd Mayweather has, right? He had those naturally. He was naturally quick. He was naturally fast. He had quick reflexes. You see what I'm saying? As soon as someone make a mistake, bam, he's there. So Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, he doesn't possess those type quality skills. But the fact that he is willing to learn and study under Floyd Mayweather so that he can develop some of those skills speaks volumes. So now, is there anything that Floyd Mayweather can teach Anthony Joshua that he can take to the bank in order to prepare him to defeat Tyson Fury in the ring when this fight happens? You see what I'm saying? Because as we know, we are in the COVID era, and I broke it down yesterday, and I hope that I was able to explain this and expound on this as much as I can to counteract the false narrative that's out there. You see what I'm saying? We are in COVID. You know, this fight, they don't have a site yet. They don't have a date yet, because a fight of this magnitude is going to cost a lot of money to put on. You're going to have to put up a lot of money for a site fee. Now, let me break it down. An artist, right, is not going to do a concert in a stadium if he's not sure that fans are going to be there. You see what I'm saying? The promoter who brings rappers, singers to different venues to perform. If this singer wants $20 million, let's say Beyonce wants $20 million to come to Miami, Florida, where I'm at, to do a show, right? If she wants $20 million to do a show, the only way that promoter is going to make his money back is if he's not going to live stream it, have people buy the stream that may not be there in attendance to watch that show, is through live streams. They're going to sell merch. We call it merch here in the United States. That comes from hip hop. Merch, which is merchandise, and the live gate. You see what I'm saying? We have here in Miami, we have the Hard Rock football stadium. That stadium holds like maybe 60, 70,000 people, maybe 80. I'm not sure. I think it holds like 65,000 people. Don't quote me on it, but it holds some thousands, right? If you are a promoter, are you going to bring Beyonce and pay her $20 million to a stadium when only 1,000 people are going to be allowed to watch the show? Of course not. You will lose your money. So people fail to realize on the other side, the alphabet boys, because they're trying to push their narrative, that this is why they don't have a site yet and they haven't named the date yet, because they are looking at all of these different things in combinations, different countries like Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. And Michael, what's the name? Mike, who did the interview with IFL TV, he said that today, like, different countries are bidding for this, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, stuff like that, and even in the United States. He did rule out that this fight will not happen in the UK. So what they're trying to say is this here: if they can push the fight back to happen later on in the year, they will be able to get more of a clear idea of where this fight can be held at from a site standpoint because of the CDC. You forget about the CDC. The CDC pretty much controls all of the world governments, or they are in cahoots together. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. If there's a quote unquote global pandemic or plandemic, if you get what I'm saying, plandemic, then that means that in order for you to be able to do a big, huge event, a lot of these governments are going to listen to the recommendations of a Dr. Fauci, whatever the hell he says. And he is I'm not even going to get into that because certain things you can't say on YouTube without them striking you. So, but you get what I'm saying. Dr. Fauci, you see what I'm saying? Just read in between the lines. So anything that the CDC says, if they recommend, hey, you can't have thousands of people at one location, how is an investor going to put up $100 million, $200 million, $300 million for a fight, or a group of investors, if they don't see where they're going to make their money back? This is bigger than Beyonce Wilder. This is bigger than the alphabet boys. Now, of course, they're going to continue to spin their narrative, but I'm not going to waste any time on that. So now, this is the issue, what's going on right now. Now, if you want to believe the fight is going to happen, cool. If you don't want to believe the fight is going to happen, cool. Whatever your take is on it, so be it. It doesn't matter to me. My job is just to relay the message, just to relay it how I see it, without any fluff or BS or foolishness or lies or false narratives. Because I'm not going to tell you a lie on this live when you took the time out to come here to try to get super chats. I'm not going to lie to get super chats. I'm not going to try to hustle you guys. I'm not a race hustler. I'm not going to try to use race as an excuse to try to get people on my side. I move away from all of that foolishness. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the reality of the situation. You see what I'm saying? So let's get to it. What is it that Floyd Mayweather that you guys think that he can teach Anthony Joshua that will prepare him for what Tyson Fury is going to bring to the table? You see what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua is a great boxer. We know that. He has power in both hands. His left hook is amazing. I love his left hook. But what is it that Floyd can show him? You see what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua already do some of the things that Floyd Mayweather does. Jab to the body, which is great. You know what I mean? The jab to the body is definitely great. The jab to the body kind of like give you distance. No, give you a measuring stick. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just curious to see that what is it that Floyd Mayweather can show Anthony Joshua that will give him the skills or teach him some things that he's going to need in order to beat or defeat Tyson Fury in the ring. You know, again, I don't know. So I want to hear what you guys think about this, man. Tell me what do you think? Let me see. You said, what could Floyd really add to his camp though, other than training advice, mentality? Because how effective would his style work for AJ if AJ was to employ it too much? Yeah, I mean that's a good question. That's a good question. Like, what is it that Floyd Mayweather can show him? What is he going to show him? The counter pull? He did the counter pull in the pull-out fight, and it looked telegraphed and slow as hell. To be honest with you, because he's not used to doing that. You see what I'm saying? AJ is already kind of he's not the quickest heavyweight in the world. He's not the most limber heavyweight. You see what I'm saying? So, but he's working. AJ is working. So who knows? You know what I mean? And then you got to understand, you have two different style Floyd Mayweathers. You have Pretty Boy Floyd, which was more of an offensive fighter, and he got that style kind of like from his uncle Roger Mayweather. And then you have Money Mayweather, which was more of a defensive fighter, a counter fighter off of what you do, which he kind of got that off of his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr. You see what I'm saying? So what style is he going to teach Anthony Joshua? Is he going to teach him the Pretty Boy Floyd style, or is he going to teach him the Money May style? You see what I'm saying? So who knows? I mean, but that's a good question. That's a real good question. A real good question. Okay, let's see what else we got. What you say? Halim, AJ Special needs help. I think AJ, I just think AJ is an open book and he's willing to learn. And Anthony Joshua and Floyd Mayweather are real good friends. So so it's amazing. And what I like about Floyd Mayweather is this: you never see Floyd Mayweather hate on other fighters. Floyd Mayweather is not saying, "Oh, you from the UK, I hate you," like some other boxing channels do, or like some other fighters do. They hate on anything from the UK. Floyd Mayweather is not like that. Floyd Mayweather recognizes that Anthony Joshua does have skills. You see what I'm saying? And Anthony Joshua is a sponge. He's always willing to learn. And if you want to learn some advice or take some advice from a fighter, who better than to take advice from like a Floyd Mayweather? You see what I'm saying? Or hell, or even like someone like a Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? So I would even take advice from someone like a Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis has been in big fights. He beat all the greats. He beat my favorite heavyweight at the time was Mike Tyson. He beat Evander Holyfield. So, just being honest with you. So when you want to take advice from someone, it's best to take advice from the greats. And who is greater than to take advice from than Floyd Mayweather? So I'm anxious to see how this dynamic will work out, right? I really am. So a pimp named M. Dot, I think he's going to teach him the Pretty Boy Floyd style. Money May style is not going to be best against Fury, in my opinion. You know what? Pimp named M. Dot, I kind of agree with that. Now, in order for him to teach him the Money May style, right? I mean, the Pretty Boy Floyd style, AJ is going to have to be able to have the stamina to do that. Because Pretty Boy Floyd was an assassin. If you compare Pretty Boy Floyd to Money May, there's no comparison. Money May was the one who made the money. He made all of the money once he left Top Rank. Once he left Bob Arum, that's how he was able to make all of his money. And the problem that I see that Floyd Mayweather created, not his fault, but a lot of these fighters, especially in the PBC, they want to be on this Money Mayweather stuff. But you're not making Money Mayweather type money. You're not putting together Money Mayweather type fights. When you have a fighter like a Errol Spence who does 300,000, 350,000 pay-per-view buys, and you guys are saying he's the cash cow, that tells you where he at in boxing. Because 350,000 pay-per-view buys is nothing. It's really nothing. It's kind of like terrible. If you can't do at least $500,000, it's really not nothing. You know what I mean? So, and Terrence Crawford has done less than that. And Terrence Crawford is my favorite fighter. But that tells you where we at in the state of boxing right now. You see what I'm saying? So things have changed since Mayweather has retired as a business standpoint. You know what I mean? So, is there a commodity in boxing that can draw that kind of attention and money? It's Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a global phenomenon. You see what I'm saying? Like literally people from different countries tune in to watch him fight. The last fighters who were global phenomenons were Muhammad Ali. Everybody tuned in from around the world, closed circuit TV, radio, to hear Muhammad Ali fight or watch him when he fought. And Mike Tyson. You see what I'm saying? And Mike Tyson. Lennox Lewis wasn't a global phenomenon like Mike Tyson was. He beat Mike Tyson. Yeah, he did. But he was nowhere near as popular as Mike Tyson. To this day, Mike Tyson is popular. You see what I'm saying? Holyfield beat Mike Tyson, but he wasn't a global phenomenon. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't. Facts. Now, they beat Mike Tyson. Yes, they did. But they were nowhere near as a global phenomenon from a popularity standpoint than Mike Tyson was. Mike Tyson was the cash cow of the heavyweight division. Facts. Hands to the down. When you fight Mike Tyson, you're going to get the biggest payday of your life. Facts. You see what I'm saying? This is not me guessing. This is not me hoping. This is not me wishing. This is facts. So now, Floyd Mayweather brought that kind of money to the welterweight division. You see what I'm saying? Now, Anthony Joshua is the cash cow in the heavyweight division. Facts. No, he has fans in Nigeria who tune in to watch him. Fans in the UK. You have people in the UK hate Anthony Joshua. You have people in the UK love Anthony Joshua. It may be split down the middle. I don't know, depending on which side of the fence you're on. But I'm just curious to see what style of fighting that Floyd Mayweather can teach Anthony Joshua that's going to prepare him to defeat Tyson Fury. Because Tyson Fury has multiple different styles he can fight. We see Tyson Fury dance around the ring like a welterweight. Tyson Fury really doesn't gas out. He doesn't have stamina issues. Anthony Joshua does sometimes. And Tyson Fury is very limber. He's quick from a head movement standpoint. And he does the shoulder roll pretty good. He does it differently than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is more like he's more like this. You know what I mean? And he has the shoulder right on his chin, but he always has his eyes watching the fighter. Tyson Fury doesn't do that. He has his hands down, and when the person throws the punch, he rolls with it like this. But he's looking at you, and then he rolls with it like that, but he's looking at you. So the key to that shoulder roll, whichever variation or version that you do, whether you do it the Tyson Fury way, the way you roll with the punch, that's a basic thing that they teach you in the boxing gyms, how to roll with punches. You see what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather was the master at rolling with a punch. He was the master of that, how to roll with a punch. You see what I'm saying? I haven't seen a fighter that can roll with punches like a Floyd Mayweather and literally don't get hit in the face. Evander Holyfield was damn good at that also, but he used to get hit a lot. But when you fight in the pocket, guys, that's a very dangerous style of fighting. But if you can fight close range, B-Hop was good at that. James Lights Out Tony was good at that. Andre Ward was good at that. You know what I mean? Then of course, Floyd Mayweather was great at that. It's real good when you're able to roll with the punch and then deliver your punch at the same time. So if Floyd Mayweather teaches Anthony Joshua the pretty boy Floyd style, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that style will be good against the Tyson Fury. Well, it might. You're gonna have to be able to keep your stamina up, right? You're gonna have to have quick reflexes. Floyd Mayweather was so good because he had very quick reflexes. I'm gonna show you some other fighters who have very quick reflexes. Pernell Whitaker was very quick reflexes. If you even flinch, bam, he don't hit you 2-3 times and he got out of the way. Roy Jones Jr., when he was in his prime, had very quick reflexes. Those are things you can't teach in the gym. Those guys had a very a skill set, a talent that they was born with, and they developed it over time. So I don't know if Anthony Joshua can employ that pretty boy Floyd style to beat Tyson Fury, in my opinion. But who am I? I'm just saying, I could be wrong. And I'm going to address everybody's questions. You know, I could be wrong, but I don't know if he can do that. Now, the Money May style, where he's more of a defensive fighter, you see what I'm saying? I don't know if that would work. I think Anthony Joshua needs to continue to fight the way he normally fights. But I say all that to say this. In order for Anthony Joshua to bring Floyd Mayweather into his camp, in order to help prepare him for a fight with Tyson Fury, that means that Anthony Joshua must understand that he needs help against Tyson Fury. I would say that. You see what I'm saying? Because if Tyson Fury was just was a nobody that you're going to run through, why even bring in someone like a Floyd Mayweather? You don't need Floyd Mayweather. You have Rob McCracken. Rob McCracken is a good trainer. He's helped Anthony Joshua come along so far this year. But Anthony Joshua, for him to bring Floyd Mayweather in, and for Floyd Mayweather to be willing, because Floyd Mayweather always offers his advice and services to a whole bunch of other fighters. Very few of them take Floyd Mayweather's advice. So in order for him to do that, right, that must mean Anthony Joshua must feel like he needs, I'm looking at the phone, guys. He must need the services of Floyd Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? So what do you guys think? Why do you think that Anthony Joshua is bringing Floyd Mayweather in? That's one question. And then two, what do you think that Floyd Mayweather can teach Anthony Joshua that will help prepare him to defeat Tyson Fury? And with that, I'm going to address everyone's questions. So let's go. Jermaine C., what do you say? Joshua trying Mike Tyson style against Fury would be fun. Jermaine, I think that well, he's not as quick as Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was very explosive, and Anthony Joshua can probably work on that. And Mike Tyson was 5'11". So when you're shorter, you're able to be a lot more explosive and come off those legs. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua was a little bit stiff. So I don't know if he'll be able to pull that off. And that style worked perfectly for Mike Tyson because he was fighting real tall fighters. I mean, remember, Mike Tyson was a small heavyweight. He was 218 pounds, maybe 220 sometimes, but he was short for a heavyweight. He was only 5'11". And the heavyweights that Tyson was fighting was 6'5", 6'4", 6'3". You see what I'm saying? So he's at a height disadvantage. And when you're shorter, he was a lot quicker. So Tyson used Floyd Patterson's style because Custom Model was Floyd Patterson's trainer when he was the heavyweight champion. So Custom Model taught Mike Tyson that. But Mike Tyson had natural gifts and abilities as well. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if that style will work for Anthony Joshua because Tyson Fury is 3 inches taller than him. If Anthony Joshua was a little bit shorter, I would say yeah. But you make a valid point. I think Joshua should fight Fury on the inside. Fight him like a Bernard Hopkins. Fight him like a Andre Ward. Fight him like a James Lights Out Tony. Make it an inside fight game. Make it ugly. You see what I'm saying? So Mayweather been to the UK quite a few times. Yeah, absolutely. Tell him, what do you say? Getting better and better. Yeah, he's getting better and better. I was just surprised. I was just surprised that that he will bring him in. You know what I mean? I was really surprised about that. But let me address everybody else's. Let's see. Halim, what do you say? Mr. Dixon, Merrill Dixon, what do you say? Lewis did smash Bo in the first round. In the first round amateurs. That's why people say Bo was scared. No, it wasn't the first round. No, it wasn't the first round. I saw that fight like several times. It wasn't the first round. He beat him, but it wasn't the first round. It was like, I think the referee waved it off in the amateurs. But it's a lot of people get beat by a guy in the amateurs, and then when they fight him in the pros, they beat their ass. Perfect example. Mike Tyson got beat in the amateurs to several fighters. And then when he fought him in the pros, he knocked him out. So I wouldn't hold stock in that, at all. Bo dropped the belt, Goofy. Yeah, Bo did drop the belt. The reason why, Mr. Jones, Riddick Bowe dropped the belt because he wanted to fight the trilogy match with Evander Holyfield. Him fighting Holyfield was the money fight. You see what I'm saying? If you remember, Riddick Bowe fought Holyfield 3 times. They fought 3 times because that was the demand. What I will say about Lennox Lewis wanted to fight all the heavyweights. Lennox Lewis wanted all the smoke. And I wasn't even a fan of Lennox Lewis. I didn't like Lennox Lewis. Not because he couldn't box, but because I didn't like his attitude. But what I won't do is disrespect Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was a great heavyweight champion. Facts. I cannot take nothing away from Lennox. He was a great champion. He beat all of the great fighters of his era. He did that. Period. And I can't take that away from him. But yeah, that's why Lennox Lewis, that's why Riddick Bowe dropped the belt. And he didn't like Lennox Lewis at all neither. So but he still should have fought him in my opinion. Usain Blake, what do you say? AJ gets hate from some UK fans for no reason. Listen, Tyson Fury fans hate AJ. I figured that out already from the comments. I figured that out. I even had a Tyson Fury fan say that AJ is a convicted drug dealer. Now you're getting personal. What does that have to do with Anthony Joshua's boxing skills? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? What does Anthony Joshua been? And I don't even know if that's true or not. So I can't speak on that. But when a fan of a fighter tells me that, now he's taking it personally and he's making it personal. That has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with Anthony Joshua's boxing skills. Tyson Fury been on coke before. Some people say he's a drug cheat. Some people say he's a cheater. People say all kind of stuff about Tyson Fury. One thing we do know, he did pop dirty before for drugs in his system. Facts. You see what I'm saying? I heard he got suspended, lost his boxing license in the UK some years back. That's been documented. So if you're going to bring up someone's skeleton on one fighter, don't forget to look at your fighter as well. I don't get into the personal stuff. When you get into a debate with me, it's 2 questions I'm going to ask you. Are you trying to appeal to my emotions or are you trying to appeal to my intellect? If you're trying to appeal to my emotions, it's not going to work with me. You see what I'm saying? Because emotions cloud your vision. If you're trying to appeal to my intellect, then you're going to have to come with logic and facts. That's what I try to deal with. You see what I'm saying? The other channels deal with emotions. And they say it's the name of facts. Okay, what do you say? Bo put the belt in the bin to bum Lewis and still in the bin. Lennox Lewis is not a bum, Halim. I don't agree with that. He's not a bum at all. Let's see. Usain, what do you say? Anyone except Wilder would learn something from Floyd in 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Floyd even offered to help Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder disrespect a lot of the greats. He don't really care too much. He's very stubborn, because he's been doing basically what Deontay Wilder has been doing. He's saying, listen, my style of boxing has been working for me. Why am I going to listen to you guys? until it didn't work anymore. And when it didn't work anymore, he had a million excuses. So you should always be willing to take advice from the greats, because, it might be something that they can offer you, you know what I mean, that can probably help you, that you can use. So let's see. Yeah, they did fight in the amateurs and Bo lost. That is true. But it wasn't the first round. It wasn't the first round. He didn't beat him in the first round. Riddick Bowe did lose against Lennox Lewis in the amateurs, but it was not in the first round. That's my point. I think you said it was the first round, and it didn't. That's not true. Let's see. Ronald Finkley, are you ready, New Media Today? Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll stay ready. It's an old saying here that we say, an old pimp saying, if you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. I stay ready. I stay ready for all the smoke. I'm a fast talker. You know what I mean? I have the gift of gab. I think off the top of my dome in a split second. You see what I'm saying? I stay ready. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Harleen, what do you say? Roy Jones Jr. is a legend. Came to train Eubanks Jr. in the UK. Yeah, absolutely. Some of these fighters, they were great fighters, but some of them are terrible trainers. Roy Jones is not a good trainer. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion, and Roy Jones was one of my favorite middleweights of all time. My favorite middleweight of all time just passed away. The Honorable Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Rest in peace, brother, to you and your family. You know what I mean? I love Marvin Hagler. That was my favorite. That was my guy. What do you say, Merrill Dixon? That slip and rip style won't benefit AJ, in my opinion. Yeah, because you have to be quick enough to pull it off. He was able to do the counter pull with against Pulev, but Pulev is a big, slow guy. And AJ telegraphed it. You saw it coming from a mile away, and Pulev couldn't get out of the way of it. So AJ's going to have to work on quickness and agility. You see what I'm saying? Because for Tyson Fury to be so big and like bad body, he doesn't have the body that AJ has. He's a very elusive fighter when he wants to. And he knows how to roll with punches. And he's very twitchy. Twitchy meaning he has those reflexes where he can respond or get out of harm's way within a split second. And you don't see too many heavyweights that's ever been able to do that like Tyson Fury has. I'm not saying he's greater than the greats. I'm not saying that at all now. Don't get me wrong. But I'm acknowledging Tyson Fury's skill set. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just anxious to see, because you have two versions of Floyd Mayweather. And if Floyd Mayweather, is there anything that Anthony Joshua can take from Floyd Mayweather that he would be able to use to defeat Tyson Fury? And I don't know, because Floyd Mayweather was born with certain skill sets that you just couldn't teach. When someone is naturally quick, and has a twitchy like style, and they have split second reflexes, you can't, I'm not saying you can't teach that in the gym, but to a fighter who has that naturally on top of the training that he's learning, he's going to be able to pull that off a lot more effectively than another fighter who is a little bit more robotic, is a little bit more stiff, is a little bit more, they're not fluid in the hips. They don't have it naturally. But can Anthony Joshua learn it? Absolutely. He can learn that. You see what I'm saying? He can learn it. And I believe he can, but he's going to have to work hard at it. So it's just anxious to see what kind of game plan that he would be able to put together, him, Rob McCracken, and his team. But I was surprised to see Floyd Mayweather, that he invited Floyd Mayweather in his camp to help him. I really am. So let's see. He needs the feints and footwork and fleet footwork by Floyd to set up the power shots. Yeah, because Tyson Fury is an excellent. Listen, one thing about Tyson Fury, and I have to give a boy credit. When it comes to the feint game, Tyson Fury has excellent feints. You don't know when he's coming or when he's pulling out. He is a master feinter. I cannot take that away from Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua, he has good feints too, but it's not on the level of Fury. It's not on the level of Fury. So I'm anxious to see that. I really am. Smith and West, what do you say, fam? I think AJ can do it reflex-wise, but I think with his dimensions and Fury's dimensions, that's a bad game plan for Fury. Let's see. Let me analyze that, what you're saying. So you're saying that you think AJ can do it reflex-wise. I haven't seen him do it yet. AJ does fight kind of robotic. So I don't know. But he probably can do it. Maybe he can. You think that's a dimension? That's a bad game plan for Fury? Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I think it'll be a bad game plan for Fury, especially depending on which Fury we see. I think that the Tyson Fury that bossed around the ring on Smith and West like a welterweight, I think that Tyson Fury is dead. That's over with. Because the crunk style, the way Sugar Hill is training him, he's going to come at AJ. He's coming. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's just going to run in there all wild, swinging crazy. No, he's not going to do that. I think he's going to press the fight and make AJ have to get it in. I think Tyson Fury should use mental pressure, but he has a longer reach than AJ. He doesn't hit as hard as Anthony Joshua. I think Anthony Joshua hits real hard, but Anthony Joshua doesn't have a one-punch knockout. Deontay Wilder does. Wilder has that one-hitter quitter from Alabama, so Anthony Joshua doesn't have that. He's more of a combination fighter. So who knows, man? Like, hey, Smith and West, let me ask you a question, brother. Do you think that the Money May style will work for Tyson Fury better than the pretty boy Floyd Mayweather style? Which style do you guys think will be better? What do you say? But what AJ can do against Fury is slip his jab and close the distance. He can improve on counterpunching. Hey, Smith and West, you're 100% correct. I think Anthony Joshua, and I've been saying this for a minute, guys, he should fight Tyson Fury like how Bernard Hopkins fight. B-Hop. You see what I'm saying? Inside fight game. James Toney. Because I don't think Fury has that kind of power. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. If Fury doesn't have the kind of power that Anthony Joshua can respect, an inside fight game will work wonders with him. Because you can't fight Fury by trying to, by doing your, you know what I mean? Just trying to keep him on the outside of the jab and stuff like that. He has a longer jab. You see what I'm saying? So, and Fury has better footwork than Anthony Joshua. So Joshua's going to have to work on his footwork. But let's see what you say. Ronald Finkley. Floyd Mayweather can show AJ some of the easier counter defensive moves. Absolutely. I agree with that. Because Floyd Mayweather learned defense from his father. His father was a master at defense. I give him that. Even though his dad did get beat up by Sugar Ray Leonard, but he lost to Sugar Ray, so, in the 70s. But, hey, losing to Sugar Ray is not bad at all. Let's see. Colin Ford, what do you say? You can say that Fury doesn't gas out as much, but he hardly ever fights. Seems to go off on a big drinking and eating binge all the time. Well, he hasn't been drinking and going on the eating binge lately. I know he's lied and said that because he had me fooled. Remember, I went off last week on Fury because that's not what I wanted to hear. You know what I mean? I want to see these two guys fight, and the fight is going to happen. You know what I mean? Again, guys, we are in the COVID era with this kind of with the kind of demand money-wise that this fight is going to bring. Who is going to put up the kind of money that you need in order to secure a site that's going to be able to have fans come in at its full capacity? So we'll know more as the CDC releases their information, but that's just what it is right now. But yeah, Fury doesn't gas out. He doesn't get tired. You know what I mean? He gets winded, but he doesn't get tired. You know what I mean? So tell him, what do you say? Floyd Mayweather is going to teach AJ to telegraph the feints or know when the feints is coming, because no one telegraphs them before ever. In my opinion, no one can telegraph Tyson Fury's feints. No, you can't. You can't. Tyson Fury is he has a hell of a feint game. I got to take my hat off to him. Leon Musa, what do you say? Tyson Fury will win. Okay, but how he would win? That's the thing. AJ walked Fury down. Fury is uncoordinated on the inside, contrary to popular belief. AJ walked Fury down. Yeah, you can walk a man down if you don't respect his power. So I agree with that. But if Fury is working on his power shots, and I'm pretty sure he is, because no one ever goes to Anthony Joshua's body. Can Anthony Joshua take a body shot? We don't know. So that, again, I'm not trying to make an argument for AJ or Tyson Fury at this moment. I'm just saying, I'm just wondering, because Floyd Mayweather was a special fighter, and he possessed certain gifts that someone like Anthony Joshua doesn't have, or hell, most fighters didn't have, except for maybe like a Pernell Whitaker or a Roy Jones Jr. Those fighters were exceptional fighters who fought off instincts. They was instinctual fighters. Their reflexes were second to none. They were able to react off the slightest movement. You see what I'm saying? And in my opinion, Tyson Fury nor AJ possesses that skill set. And in my opinion, that's something that you have to be born with. And I've watched several of Anthony Joshua's fights, and I haven't seen anything reminiscent that he has those skill sets. Now, Anthony Joshua has a lot of other different skill sets, right? But I'm anxious to see, is it going to be the Money May style or the Floyd or the Pretty Boy Floyd style? You see what I'm saying? In order to implement the Pretty Boy Floyd style, and Floyd Mayweather had excellent conditioning. So Anthony Joshua is going to have to be in peak conditioning. You see what I'm saying? He's going to have to be in peak conditioning like he's never been conditioned before. He's going to have to be prepared. Now, I did hear Anthony Joshua say that Tyson Fury is the opening act. He's going to close the show against Tyson Fury. And I have the video. I have receipts. And Anthony Joshua did say that he's going to he's looking past Tyson Fury. If he's looking past Tyson Fury, he's going to lose this fight. Because Tyson Fury, he might be a lot of things. He might not have power, as they say. He might be pillow fist, as Deontay Wilder says. And from some people who I spoke to in the UK, some people say that Tyson Fury is known for being pillow fist in the UK. And then certain people say that Tyson Fury is not known for being pillow fist. So you have two different groups saying two different things about the same fighter. But if Anthony Joshua is looking past, beyond, over Tyson Fury, that's a big mistake. Because when you're on this level, fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world, you don't look past that caliber fighter. You know what I mean? Or maybe AJ was just talking. So who knows? But I don't know, man. I agree with you. I think that AJ should maybe try to walk Fury down and make it an inside fight game. I agree with you totally, 100%, Smith and West. That's how I would approach Fury. What do you say, Merlin Dixon? You have a great point. Yeah, thanks. What do you say, Usain Blake? I saw that Fury has over 30 pounds weight advantage over AJ. Also, Fury is taller with longer reach. Yes, he is. He's taller and have a longer reach. So remember, normally when AJ fight people, he's normally the tallest fighter. Now he's fighting Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury is taller than him. Now, I know what some of you guys want to say. Oh, man, with AJ sparred with Tyson Fury before years ago, and he beat Tyson Fury up. Yeah, he did. No, well, I don't have any proof of that. But from what I'm hearing, Tyson Fury did say that AJ did beat him up for 3 rounds. So that's what I'm hearing. You see what I'm saying? I don't have any proof of that, but that's what I'm hearing that Tyson Fury said in the past. Again, I have no proof of it, but I can't hold stock in that because, Floyd Mayweather, I heard, got beat up in the gym by Errol Spence. But, in sparring when Floyd Mayweather was coming back off of retirement. But if Errol Spence fought Floyd Mayweather in a championship title fight and Floyd Mayweather was prepared, I picked Floyd Mayweather all day over Errol Spence if they would have fought each other when Floyd was in his prime or whatever the case may be. So what happens in the gym? You could have had a bad day or a good day. Or it could be that just Anthony Joshua was just this great fighter and Tyson Fury, couldn't do anything with him. Who knows? But that's neither here nor there. Tyson, that you make a valid point, Usain Blake, that Tyson Fury is 3 inches taller than AJ, and he has longer reach, and he has a weight advantage. And Tyson Fury is not a big, slow, clumsy heavyweight like a Pulev. Tyson Fury is very limber. He's very quick. He has excellent footwork. So I think maybe Floyd can work with Anthony Joshua on his footwork more so than anything. His footwork and his hand-eye coordination. Be able to see that punch and get out of the way and counter it before it gets there. You see what I'm saying? That would be a surprise that he can bring to the fight against Fury when this fight happens. AJ needs to do an Oliver McCall special on Tyson Fury. Oliver McCall special? Yeah, I remember Oliver McCall when he beat Lennox Lewis. Let's see. What do you say? Tyson Fury has a better chin and better boxing and better everything. I don't know if he has a better everything. You know what I mean? I won't say that. Tyson Fury does get dropped by lesser opponents, so I can't say that. He has a better everything than Anthony Joshua. I can make an argument for how both fighters can beat each other. Again, the key to me in this fight is going to be Sugar Hill, because Sugar Hill is training Tyson Fury now. He's the lead trainer, and Sugar Hill is a hell of a trainer. Tyson Fury already has the skills, so it is what it is. But Anthony Joshua has the skills as well. It's going to come down to who can impose their will. I'm just anxious to see which version of Floyd Mayweather is going to teach Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? So I think he's probably going to teach him more to what he can conform to. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things that Floyd Mayweather can do that Anthony Joshua just can't do. Let's be honest. You see what I'm saying? But there are some things that he can implement. So we're just trying to figure out what is it that Floyd can bring to the table that's going to help Anthony Joshua beat Tyson Fury. What do you say? Floyd would teach him how to jab to the body. Anthony Joshua already does that. He jabs to the body. He does that already. That's how Joshua beats Fury, by throwing numerous jabs to the body, because Joshua ain't skilled enough to headhunt. Well, you can't headhunt Fury. His head is not going to be there. I will say that. Jab to the body will work effectively. It'll be real good. Real good. Now, is Fury going to go to Joshua's body? No one goes to Anthony Joshua's body. And I have seen training footage of Tyson Fury working on those hard body shots. I've never seen Tyson Fury hit like that before in the gym. He was training with Coach Asgey, and Coach Asgey, he broke Coach Asgey down with the body armor on, with the body shots. And I couldn't believe that was Tyson Fury. And he was throwing some hard shots. So can AJ take body shots as well? So this is going to be a hell of a fight. Tell him what he say. Anthony Joshua knows that Tyson Fury is no joke, so he's bringing the GOAT Floyd Mayweather. And that lets me, that's my point. That's letting me know that Anthony Joshua understands what Tyson Fury is bringing to the table. You see what I'm saying? Going to be hard for AJ. It's going to be hard for both fighters, Usain Blake. This is not a cakewalk for Tyson Fury. I know Tyson Fury says that, I could beat Joshua with one hand tied behind my back. No, he can't. He can't beat Anthony Joshua with one hand tied behind his back. He can't do that. You see what I'm saying? And no one's going to beat Anthony Joshua tied behind his back. Now, I do know that Tyson Fury said that in tongue in cheek. He was just joking and, and just pulling our leg. But Tyson Fury is a very, very confident fighter. He honestly feels like no one can beat him, right? So he feels like that. Now, this is his first time. Let's say when this fight is official when they find a venue that is going to allow a full capacity crowd to come and watch this fight. It's very hold on. What would you say? It's going to be hard for AJ. I don't think that it's going to be easy for any fighter. You see what I'm saying? Because Tyson Fury got his hands full with Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua has his hands full with Tyson Fury. Honestly, I think it's going to go 12 rounds myself. I think this is going to be a 12-round fight. I think it's going to be some knockdowns. I think it's going to be some tough shots. I think Tyson Fury is going to get knocked down in this fight. I think Anthony Joshua is going to get knocked down in this fight. That's just my assumption, because these are two high-caliber fighters. I think that it's going to be a hell of a fight. I think Tyson Fury is going to pull out all the tricks of the book. He's going to do some lean on top of you and stuff like that. All fighters do that. I think Anthony Joshua is going to do some lean on you, dirty stuff, just sneak jabs, sneak stuff when they're close in. I think Tyson Fury is going to do the same. You see what I'm saying? This is the heavyweight championship fight for Undisputed. Everything is off the table. You know what I mean? Everything goes. Michael Buffer, what do you say? The pull counter he did against Pulev, watch it back. Also slip counter on the ropes. Don't forget, they are heavyweights. They are heavy-handed, and it's effective. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Michael Buffer. But when he did it against Pulev, he did it real slow, and it was telegraphed. I watched it 3-4 times. He paid tribute to Floyd Mayweather, but it was telegraphed. And Pulev is big and slow. So the things that he did against Pulev, I don't think that's going to work against Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is not a Pulev. He's not slow like Pulev. He has a lot better head movement than Pulev. You see what I'm saying? He has a lot better footwork than Pulev. So you make a valid point, but again, you have to consider who the opponent was at the same time. So Ronald Finkley, what do you say? Weekend boxing, Lawrence Oakley. Okay, 15-0-1. All right. Okay, cool. Smokey, what do you 7188? What do you say? Joshua is a stiff as LDBC when Wilder walks into the room. I'm not going to diss Joshua like that, but I understand where you're coming from. I can guess you are a pro Tyson Fury fan. I'm pretty sure you are. All right, let's see. Halim, what do you say, Mr. 50-50 fight? I agree with that. Let me get to my main man. Where you at? Peter Von Arts, Salute, fam. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody, please smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going. What do you say, Abdul? Abdul, what do you say? AJ fought someone taller than him in pro fights. That's y'all watching. That y'all watching. AJ fought someone taller than him in pro fights. I don't know what you're trying to say on that. I haven't seen AJ is 6'6". So who is he fought that was taller than 6'6"? Good, let me know if I'm wrong. I don't remember. If the fights that AJ had early in his career, I haven't watched them, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you say? Arthur Beterbiev versus Adam Deans. 12 rounds, IBF, WBC light heavyweight titles. I want to see Canelo Alvarez fight this guy, Arthur Beterbiev. If he fight him, he's going to get killed. If he fight him, he's going to get killed. But I'm not going to even change the subject on that. Let's see. Let's keep going. What we got? Mad Chad, what's going on, fam? Let's see. Mr. Jones, what do you say? Ronnie, baby, there's six Joshua Freaky Fruity 2 boxing channels that plan on marrying AJ. Oh, okay. Let's go on. Let's see what we got. 40 likes. Hit the like button. Oh, yeah, man. Mad Chad. Good looking out, man. Good looking out, fam. Hey, Thanos, Magnus, you hit the nail right on the head. Who is going to be mentally stronger for this fight? It's the hungriest dog that's going to get the steak in this fight. You see what I'm saying? Who is going to be the mentally stronger? Because Floyd Mayweather can teach Anthony Joshua everything he wants, right? But the hungriest dog is going to get the steak. Who wants it bad enough mentally? What you're going to do when you get in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round and you're tired, but you got to dig deep in order to find out, to have the heart of a champion, in order to find out what you're made of, in order to pull out what you're going to need in order to win this bout. What you're going to do when you take that hard shot from, they call Tyson Fury pillow fist, and you get hit with a shot that doesn't feel like a pillow and you get rocked. What are you going to do, Fury, when you get hit with a punch that you don't see coming and you get knocked down and you get back up? What are you going to do? Now, we've seen Fury get knocked down against the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division, Deontay Wilder, and he got up both times. And I don't think Anthony Joshua hits harder than Deontay Wilder. I don't think so. But Anthony Joshua does hit hard, but he doesn't hit harder than Deontay Wilder. So I say all that to say this. I know Tyson Fury has heart. I know Anthony Joshua has heart because I see him get knocked down against Vladimir Klitschko, and he got up and he ended up stopping Vladimir Klitschko. So we know Anthony Joshua was able to fight through adversity. To me, that was his best fight, in my opinion. We know that Anthony Joshua got knocked down in the against Andrew Ruiz, and he got up like 4 times before the referee stopped the fight because he spit his mouthpiece out. When you spit the mouthpiece out, that's telling the referee that you don't want to fight anymore. So I do believe that Anthony Joshua does have the heart. He has that dog in him. I do believe that. So I'm not going to discredit neither fighter. I'm just trying to figure out what style that Anthony Joshua, which version of Floyd Mayweather that Floyd Mayweather can teach Anthony Joshua that he would be able to implement in his style in order to defeat Tyson Fury. Because again, in order for Anthony Joshua to call or to have Floyd Mayweather come help him prepare for this Tyson Fury fight, tells you one thing: this fight is going to happen. Why would Floyd Mayweather waste his time trying to teach a fighter certain skills to help prepare him to fight a fighter for a fight that's not going to happen? Something to think about, guys. I'm gonna rest my case on that. I'm gonna address that in another video. That's another topic. Halim, what do you say? Look, I've been in Tyson Fury's camp. I say 50-50 fight with Coach Aggie. Yeah, I agree with that. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. CH4RLO, what's going on, brother? Coach, in my opinion, I don't think people underestimate what Angel Fernandez brings to the AJ camp since he came in after Ruiz won. Angel Fernandez. Listen, bro. CH4RLO, check this out. Anthony Joshua was pulling out all the big dogs for this fight. He's pulling out all the big dogs. He's bringing Angel Fernandez in. I hear that he's bringing Floyd Mayweather in. Listen, I have never seen Anthony Joshua do this. So it must be something about Tyson Fury that maybe AJ, I'm not saying worried about, but he wants to make sure that he is as prepared as possible when he fights Tyson Fury, because he understands who Tyson Fury is training with. He understands Tyson Fury's mentality. Tyson Fury is not Pulev. Tyson Fury is not what's the guy name from that's fighting Dillian White. He's not any of those guys. Tyson Fury is a different animal. So I think Anthony Joshua is taking this fight very seriously, and that's a good thing that he's taking this fight very seriously. You see what I'm saying? It's a 50-50 fight, bro. Like literally, I don't know who to root for. I really don't. But I will give you my prediction later on. Boxing Logic, what do you say? The old AJ could beat Tyson Fury. Never mind this AJ. We don't know that. We don't know that. And if the old AJ felt like he could beat Tyson Fury, why is this AJ bringing in different trainers and different Hall of Fame fighters to help prepare him for a Tyson Fury? So if he felt like what he already had was good enough to beat Tyson Fury, why is he bringing in Angel? And why is he bringing in Angel? And why is he bringing in Floyd Mayweather? Great question. I would love an answer for that. Jay, what do you say? Goat Fury knock out AJ in one round. The likes been, I know you're a Tyson Fury fan, but I don't agree with that. Tyson Fury ain't knocking no AJ out in no one round. This is going to be a 50-50 fight, and they're going to go 12 rounds. In my opinion, I think it's going to go 12 rounds. I think this will be the best version of AJ we've ever seen. I hope so, because it's going to take the best version of AJ in order to beat this version of Tyson Fury. Ronald Finkler, what do you say? No problem. Well, back to you, Mr. Jones. I'm going to be, okay. Let's see. I would say AJ's mentality is stronger because he started boxing late and now he's at the top. That's hard work. That is hard work. That is hard work. And I think AJ is more dedicated to the sport of boxing than Tyson Fury. Fury doesn't really care nothing about belts, titles. He's never defended a title before in his life. So this will be the first time he's ever defended his title. I just think it's just different mentalities. Tyson Fury gets bored a lot easy. But I think he's going to be up for this fight. And Tyson Fury understands that this is going to be a hell of a dog fight. Red or Dead, what do you say? Respect to AJ for always trying to improve. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. I respect him for that. I respect him for that. Let's see. What you say, Ronald Finkley? AJ is growing up right before the eyes. CH4RO, what do you say? If it does go 12 rounds, I see Fury doing it all day. But I can see AJ doing it early. It's a tough one. Yeah, you're right about that. If it goes 12 rounds, I give it to Tyson Fury by points. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tyson Fury will stop AJ. Or I wouldn't be surprised if AJ stopped Tyson Fury. It's like you said, it's a tough one to call because it can go either way. You see what I'm saying? Or AJ can outbox Tyson Fury. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Hot video. What do you say? Fury will win by KO round 3. You're going out on a limb on that. Let's see. Fury all day. Fury, the greatest of all time. All right, Jay. Let's see. Fight fans. Let's see what we got. Because I want to address everybody. Jay, you trolling a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on timeout for a minute. You're doing too much trolling. All right, let's see what we have. See, Kyle, what's going on, fam? What did I say? Last week, Fury made some typical Fury comments, and you and that disrespectful lady started slandering Fury. He's a drug cheat, a duck, yada, 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 yada. See, Kyle, you're lying. I didn't slander Fury not one time. I never said he was a drug cheat, none of that. And you're late to the party. I already addressed that about what Fury was saying. Did you also, what you fail to realize also, see, Kyle, that Fury said that you never know when I'm lying or know when I'm telling the truth. So Fury did admit that he was a liar. So when you bring up all of that. But it seemed like that you're and that disrespectful lady. Yeah, she wasn't nobody slandering Fury. I was just saying that I was just repeating what Tyson Fury said out of his mouth. Tyson Fury said that he is a liar. Tyson Fury said that you never know when I'm lying or telling the truth. So if I'm repeating what your man Tyson Fury said, then that's it. If you offended by it, then so be it. But other than that, that's it. Totally disagree with you, hands down. All right, Let's see. Onyx, what's going on, fam? 2 times on the Sunday, Fury would say you a dulcer. Yeah, he would. Everybody's a dulcer to Fury. What you say? Same what Fury bringing in Sugar Hill. Yeah, well, he trained with Sugar Hill one time already to prepare him to defeat a one-handed Deontay Wilder. So yeah, biggest fight in British history. Absolutely. I agree with that totally. Tyson the Gypsy King Fury is going to take AJ out and put Fury in the heavyweight division. Yeah, I don't know if Tyson Fury is going to put Fury in the heavyweight division. Ain't nobody really scared of Tyson Fury, to be honest with you. But I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. Let's see. Tell them. Imagine all of this hype and one of them going to get knocked out in the first round. Yeah, that's crazy. We can imagine it, you know. What do you say, KB? If you watch Fury fights, you would notice he bends over a lot and leans forward to jab AJ with the uppercut in. Yeah, you're right. He does do that. But when he fought Deontay Wilder that last fight, he didn't do any of that. And that was shocking to me. Like if you watch the last fight that Tyson Fury has, and you can only go by what a fighter did in their last fight, he didn't do any of that. Wasn't no bending over, wasn't none of that. I think that version of Tyson Fury is dead and gone. He's 6'9". He don't have any business bending over. And if he does do that against Anthony Joshua, it set him up for the uppercut. So he'll be a fool to fight Anthony Joshua like that. So yeah, I hear what you're saying though. I do hear what you're saying. They call White the body snatcher and AJ handled his shots. Fury don't hit harder than White. Facts. Floyd Mayweather didn't hit harder than a lot of fighters, but he was stopping them. And he was able to impose his will on them. So sometimes it's not about who hits the hardest. It's about who can land the right shot at the right time. That's what boxing is all about. You see what I'm saying? George Foreman fought Muhammad Ali. They said Muhammad Ali had pillow fists. They said Muhammad Ali didn't hit hard. But his punches, like Muhammad Ali say, sting like a butterfly. But he float around the ring like a bee. But Muhammad Ali knocked out George Foreman. And he didn't hit hard at all. And Foreman hit harder than any of those heavyweights at that time. Except maybe Ron Lyon. I don't know. It was a couple of heavyweights that might have hit Foreman hard as well, was just as hard. But you get what I'm saying, though. It's not about who's the hardest puncher. It's about who can land the right punch at the right time, period. If Fury wins, that would make him an all-time great. Hell no. Back in the days, if Fury wins, that won't make him an all-time great. Hell no. I'm not going that far. Hell to the no. Nah. Daniel Linton, what do you say? If Fury beats AJ, I would give him more respect. Yeah, you know what I mean? And if AJ beats Fury, you know, I would give him the respect also. I respect both fighters. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not from the UK, so I don't have bias against AJ. I don't have bias for AJ or bias for Fury. You see what I'm saying? I just want to see the fight, and we do know it's going down like the Titanic. So it's just a matter of when it's going to get announced, when they find a venue and stuff like that. During this COVID, oh man, I hate this COVID, man. I hate this stuff, man. I really do hate it, man. It's messing up a lot of stuff. Mr. Ringer, what do you say? The answer is simple, because they can make him better, which is the whole point of training. This is for the Undisputed fight. He would be pulling out all of the stops. If it was a bum squad or Dillian White. Oh, okay, yeah. What do you say? 182 people. Let's go. Hit the like and subscribe. Yes, sir. Good looking out, man. Good looking out. All right. Tell them. Let's see. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. You know what I mean? I go live every day at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, I go live every day. I might take a break on a Sunday because I want to be on someone else's show. I'm going to probably be on Lady Shan's show. I have a couple of other stuff I'm lining up, but I will drop a video on a Sunday as well. Might be a recorded video, but it's going to be fire. Trust me, it's going to be fire. D. Linton, what do you say for now? He hasn't done much in my opinion. Yeah, let's see. It'd be a draw, rematch, more money. Yeah. Halim, yeah. That's gonna be a good one, man. I think both fighters are gonna come in the best shape of their lives. You see what I'm saying? Can I ask a question, Q? How's AJ going to get near Fury? Onyx, I think Fury's going to be there. Fury's going to be there. I don't think Fury's going to be dancing around. I don't think he's going to be dancing around. And I don't know if you noticed when Floyd Mayweather got older, he wasn't dancing around as much as he used to because he had to become more defensive minded and know how to fight in our pocket and he fight, we know how to fight in our pocket and put the put the shoulder on the chin like this here. So when someone is throwing a jab to the face, you can block it like that. If someone is throwing a jab to the body, you can knock it down with that hand. You see what I'm saying? And you can do a lot of things with that. So Floyd wasn't moving as much. What is it, Kai? All right. So I asked you, did you want more earlier? You said no. So just give me a minute. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Let's go, champ. Team AJ. Let's go, champ. Hey, I'm trying to get Shannon Briggs on the show right now, man. I'm trying to get Shannon Briggs on the show right now. He's very busy. He lives here in Miami with me, man. So I just got to keep reaching out to him. I would love to get Shannon and Cannon Briggs on. You know what I mean? So that's my guy. I met him before in the 90s. He's a real good guy, solid dude. Someone blocked Jay. This man is going. Yeah, I got him. I'm gonna get him out of there. I'm gonna get him out of there. Don't worry about it. Where is Jay at? He's done. Jay, you out of here, baby. Block. It's a done deal. We don't allow no disrespect in this chat. You see what I'm saying? So Jay is gone. You know what I mean? You got to respect everyone who's taking the time out. We don't need any trolling right now. Dragon Leg, what do you say? We should respect both fighters. The fans are winning. Exactly. The fans are winning. I respect both of them. You know what I mean? The only disrespectful and untrue thing I remember you saying is Fury, a Christian, and has hate in his heart for AJ. The lady said it. I never said that. I never said Fury, he's a Christian and he has hate in his heart for AJ. I said Fury doesn't like Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua doesn't like AJ. I think anybody in the UK will agree with that. You see what I'm saying? I'm going by from what I heard out of Anthony Joshua's mouth and what I heard out of Tyson Fury's mouth. You see what I'm saying? They don't like each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Lennox Lewis didn't like a bunch of fighters. Mike Tyson didn't like a bunch of fighters. There's nothing wrong with these two fighters not liking each other. There's nothing wrong with that. Tyson Fury is not a perfect guy, period. I understand you are a fan of Tyson Fury. I get it. I've heard a lot of stuff from AJ fans. They say that Tyson Fury fans are just as bad as Wilder fans. You know what I mean? I get that. So, and I hear the same from vice versa. What I'm saying is this here. I don't have a dog in the fight. The love that you have for Tyson Fury, I don't have that love for Tyson Fury. The love that someone may have for Anthony Joshua, I don't have that love for Anthony Joshua. Why? Because because I like both fighters. I'm not biased against Anthony Joshua. I can make an argument for how Anthony Joshua can beat Tyson Fury. I made a video on that, how Anthony Joshua can beat Tyson Fury. I have also made a video saying that how Tyson Fury can beat Anthony Joshua. By me being a objective, I can do that. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not in love with neither fighter. I just want to see the fight. I am in love with the sport of boxing, period. So I would never get to the point where I'm going to disrespect Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury. Not going to do that. I call Deontay Wilder Beyonce Wilder, but I only call him that because I saw him twerking in the video. Twerking, like literally. So that's why I call him that. But as it relates to Fury, I think you're looking too much into that. Whatever beef you have with Lady Shan, that's between you and Lady Shan. Don't watch her. Don't watch her. And if you feel like, Kyle, that I'm being disrespectful to Tyson Fury, then you don't have to watch me anymore, if that's your choice. You know what I mean? But I'm not disrespecting anyone. I'm just calling it like I see it. D. Linton, what do you say? I like them both, but Fury fans annoys me. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing a lot of that from AJ fans that Tyson Fury fans is on some Wilder fans type stuff. So I'm not getting in the middle of it. Evidently there's some kind of UK civil war going on with Tyson Fury fans and Anthony Joshua fans, and I'm not from the UK, so I don't have a dog in the fight in that. Let's see. We should respect both fighters. The fans are winning. Yeah, absolutely. Bacon and eggs. What do you say? Lewis beat the best and is all-time great. Who's left after AJ loses? He would have beat the best around. AJ has a loss already. So I think time will tell who is the best in this era from the heavyweights. But I think Anthony Joshua has the best resume out of the heavyweight division right now. And I don't think, you can look at it and tell, but Anthony Joshua has probably fought more top 10 heavyweights out of the heavyweight division. And he's fought more top 10 heavyweights more so than Fury and more so than Wilder. You see what I'm saying? So just look at the resume. But to see who's going to be the all-time great, I don't know. Lewis beat the best. Beat the best. Yes, he did. He did beat the best. Even though, he beat the best. I can't. Mike Tyson was past his prime, but I'm not even going to get into that. Lennox Lewis did beat him, so no excuses. Your haircut's looking sharp, big guy. Who's your barber? Oh yeah, man, I got a barber, man. I got my main man. This Cuban guy, young Cuban guy, just came out of barber school. He cut mean fades. I've been rocking the fade since 1987. You see what I'm saying? So I've been rocking it. So you do the math. Since 1987, I've been rocking the fade. What do you say? Boxing logic. Hell no. Fury could never be all-time great. I don't agree with that at all. Hell no. I'm not going that far. Now, if you talk to a Tyson Fury fan, they would say Tyson Fury is the greatest heavyweight champion in the history of boxing. I'm not saying I ain't going nowhere near that. Hell to the no. Hell no. I can think of a bunch of heavyweights that would clean Tyson Fury's clock, and I can think of a bunch of heavyweights that would clean Anthony Joshua's clock. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going that far. Remember, I'm 47. I'm old school. So as far as I'm concerned, the old school fighters are the ones who I grew up watching and my idols. So as far as I'm concerned, no heavyweight in this era can compare to what I grew up watching. Period. You see what I'm saying? And that's my bias. And I'm just being honest with you. That's my bias. So let's see. Do you think AJ versus Fury is a bigger fight than Errol and Terrence? No. AJ and Fury is a bigger fight from a global standpoint. Here in the United States, because I heard Stephen A. Smith make an argument saying that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford will be the biggest fight. It will be the bigger fight here in the United States. I can make an argument for that. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence will be a bigger fight here in the United States. Outside of the United States, hell no. In Saudi Arabia, AJ and Fury will be a bigger fight. In Great Britain, AJ and Fury will be a bigger fight. In Africa, AJ and Fury will be a bigger fight. All in China, AJ and Fury will be a bigger fight. All around the world, AJ and Fury is a bigger fight than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is a big fight only in the United States. Boxing is a global sport, guys. It's global. So that's the aspect in which I look at it. And Terrence Crawford is my favorite fighter right now today. Period, hands down. That's my favorite fighter. And I'm saying this about my favorite fighter, that if he fights Errol Spence, that fight will, from a global standpoint, look at the context I'm putting it in. From a global standpoint, meaning all around the world, that Anthony Johnson will fight and Tyson Fury, fighting to see who's going to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, is a bigger fight than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Period. Anybody want to argue that? Let's go. Argue that up and down. Anybody want to argue that? Let's go. I'll debate anybody on that. Period. Let's see. What do you say? All right, let's keep going. Peter Von Arx, what do you say? About the same heavyweight fights. Always draws, yeah. Let's see. Lisa, what's going on, sis? Lisa, what's going on? Would you say leg? I don't know what that is. I don't know what you mean by that. What do you say? AJ will beat ESP if Fury tries to go toe-to-toe. AJ will beat, especially if Fury tries to go toe-to-toe. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think that would be a good idea for Fury to fight Anthony Joshua toe-to-toe. Because that would be more of Anthony Joshua's advantage to do that. Because in my opinion, Anthony Joshua has a better inside fight game. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion. Zimriel Grant, what do you say? AJ just needs to cut off the ring. I don't think AJ's gonna need to cut off the ring because Tyson Fury is not going to be dancing. I'm pretty sure that he's coming forward. He's going to try to put AJ on the back foot, and I think Tyson Fury is not going to. He's not going to. That old Tyson Fury where he was dancing around the ring like a welterweight, training with Sugar Hill, that's dead. That's over with. He's not going to do that. Fat Apples, what do you say? Of course, it's CJ. Heavyweights is the most famous division in boxing, and this is the undisputed unification historical legacy for the first time ever with all the belts. Well, not for the first time ever, but it happened before with Lennox Lewis. He was the last undisputed heavyweight champion. But I see what you're saying. In this era, right now, in this era of boxing, yes, that trumps Errol Spence and listen, in the history of boxing, There has never been a lighter weight division, whether it was Sugar Ray Robinson fighting in the Joe Louis era, whether it was let's see who else. When Muhammad Ali was boxing, you know, there was never a lighter weight division that was bigger than the heavyweight division. Never. You see what I'm saying? So for Stephen A. Smith to think that on a global scale, that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight is bigger than the heavyweight, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world fight, he's smoking crack. He don't know boxing. And Stephen A. Smith don't know nothing about boxing. But he gets paid millions of dollars to give his opinion, period. But in the United States, as it relates to the United States, Errol Spence and my main man, Terrence Bud Crawford, will be the biggest fight that can be made in the United States. Around the world, no. In the United States, yes. That's the context I'm putting it in. What do you say? Good looking out, fam. Just been subbed on other accounts, quickly becoming my favorite boxing channel. Much love from the UK. Salute to the UK, fam. Salute to the UK. Sink One Simpkins. Salute to the UK, fam. Good looking out for the support, brother. All right, what do you say, HB? How did Dermot Cunningham, Wilder Walling get to Fury? Fury was dancing around the ring. I haven't saw the McDermott Cunningham fight. So in the Patch Kit fight, I haven't seen those fights. You know what I mean? Those guys was nobodies to me. So I haven't seen those fights. I'm not going to say a lot of you guys. I haven't watched a lot of Tyson Fury fights. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of the fighters he fought, I wasn't interested in watching them fight. I'm just being honest with you. You know, I watched him fight Vladimir Klitschko. That was a snooze fest. But Tyson Fury did win. I've only watched Tyson Fury 5 or 6 of his fights, period. Out of his 30-something fights that he's had, I've only watched maybe 5 fights from Tyson Fury. The 2 against Deontay Wilder, 1 against Otto Wallin, Vladimir Klitschko, and the other fight he had where he kissed the dude in the mouth, the guy who he kissed in the ring. That was the only fights I've seen. So I'm just being honest with you. You know, I don't, you know, so Tyson Fury, I haven't seen him fight on. He doesn't have, you know, he fought a lot of no-name guys, to be honest with you. So that's why I say Anthony Joshua has a way better, he has the best heavyweight boxing resume. He has the best resume in boxing, in my opinion. Let's see. Fat Apples, what do you say? Stephen A. Smith never left his own state, let alone his own country. Let's see. What do you say, Lisa Bells? What do you say? Ronald Fury doesn't compare to Tyson, Ali Holmes, or none of those guys. No one in that era does. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah, Ronald. Yeah, Fury doesn't compare. No, Fury doesn't compare to none of those guys. Fury or Anthony Joshua. Got to throw Anthony Joshua in there as well. You know what I mean? Damn right. Crawford and Terrence are the best in America. You damn right. I'm old school too. And I look back and I don't see the finesse and endurance. Men, boxers fought 15 rounds. Hey, Lawrence, exactly. Those fighters fought 15 rounds back in the day. You see what I'm saying? I think the last 15-round fight was Evander Holyfield. I think when he fought Burt Cooper, I think that was a 15-rounder when Evander Holyfield was a cruiserweight. I could be wrong, but I think that was a 15-rounder. Those fighters fought 15 rounds back then, man. 15 rounds. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have fighters like that no more, bro. And they didn't make the money that these fighters are making now. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's no comparison. Prince Nassim Ahmed, amazing in the USA. More so than UK. Peace from Liverpool. Prince, everybody loved Prince Nassim Ahmed. He was very, listen, Prince Nassim Ahmed was one of my favorite fighters. He was an entertainer. He's coming in the ring on a throne. He's dancing. He's flashy. I love the Prince, man. Listen, it's hard not to like Prince Ahmed. It's hard. You know what I mean? So I like the Prince was the guy. You're a Messiah. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. Red did. What do you say? Fury is going to try and stop AJ's rhythm. Footwork important to AJ. Fury to walk into a left hook or a check hook. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite punch from Anthony Joshua. That left hook. That left hook is my favorite punch from Anthony Joshua. But who knows? I think if Fury continues to feint with his punches, he's going to be great. All right, guys, we're over an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody a shout out before we sign out. I'm going to have to do that. Read it there. What do you say? John McDermott won that first fight, and Fury calls Ruiz. Never mind, all-time great. Yeah, I haven't seen that fight. Bruce Dog, what's up? Tuning in to the show. Show you some support. Bruce Dog, I appreciate that, fam. All right, let's say picking AJ versus Fury. I'm not gonna give my prediction yet. I'm not gonna give my prediction yet till the fight gets closer. You know what I mean? But I make an argument for why they should win. So let me give everybody a shout out, man, who on the live, man, before we sign off, because I know we had an hour and 20-minute mark. Lil Green, let's see. Adrian Wilder's retired. Now he's stripping in Vegas. Okay, Adrian, salute, fam. Salute to Adrian. Let's see. Red or Dead, shout out to you, brother. Ronald Finkley, shout out to you. Tell him what's good, fam. Desi Crebo, what's good, brother? Lil Green Eyes, what's happening? Peter Von Arx, salute, fam. Lawrence, salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Let's see. Halim, my brother, what's going on? Patio Furniture, what's good, fam? Daniel Linton, what's going on? Fat Apples, shout out to you, brother. Mad Chad, what's going on? My main man, tell him what's happening, brother. Let's see. Bacon and Eggs, what's good? Infamous JS, Infamous, what's going on? Nassim, Prince Nassim was scared of Pretty Boy Floyd. Nah, he wasn't scared of Pretty Boy Floyd. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Tell him what's going on. Let's see what we got. A pimp named M. Dot, what's going on, fam? 18 likes left. Let's go to 100. Yeah, man, y'all get them likes up, baby. Get them likes up. 18 likes to 100. You know what I mean? Like or dislike it. It don't matter. Lisa Bells, what's going on? I say no one in this era is comparable to Ali, Tyson, Holmes, etc. Yeah, I mean, I would go for that. Let's go on. Lisa Bells, what's going on, sis? Mad Chad, what's going on? Bruce Dog, what's going on, brother? Let's see. Halim, what's going on, fam? Okay, what's going on, man? What's going on? You're right. The heavyweights today don't have the same conditioning as back in the day. And back in the day, they had heart. You see what I'm saying? Desi Crebo, what's going on? Let's see. AJ hype job. Dude quit against a fat Mexican. Nah, AJ not a hype job. I don't think he quit. He did spit the mouthpiece out, so I can't comment on that. Once you spit the mouthpiece out, you don't want to fight no more. So you might have a point. But Desi, what's going on, fam? Let's see. Boxing Logic. I told you Fury is not an exciting fighter. Boxing is only alive because of AJ. No, I disagree with that. Boxing is not alive because of AJ. There's a lot of great fighters going on. Now, you might say boxing is alive in the heavyweight division because of AJ. I give you that credit. But to say boxing, no, you know what? You can't take away from Wilder neither. Wilder got that one-hitter quitter. I know I bang on Wilder all day because he was twerking, and I bang on Wilder because of his LDBC fanboys. That's the only reason I bang on Wilder, because of the fanboys and him twerking. But Wilder brings excitement to the heavyweight division also because the heavyweight division like what? Knockouts. That one-hitter quitter. So you got to throw Wilder in there also. I got to be fair to Wilder. I have to do that as well. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not even a Wilder fan because of his fanboys, but he brings excitement to the heavyweight division as well. And when Wilder fight, people are going to pay to see him fight. Hate him or love him, they're going to pay to see it. Let's see. What we got? Kim Biz, what's going on, fam? Salute to you. Your Messiah, salute to you, my brother. Nicholas, what's going on? Hey, cuz, what round do you think AJ is knocking Fury out in? Pick a round. Your prediction, bro. I think it's going 12 rounds, to be honest with you. I think Tyson Fury and AJ, I wouldn't be surprised if neither one of those fighters get knocked down, Nicholas. But it's just too early for me to call right now, to be honest with you. Anything can happen between now and the time they step in the ring. So I promise you, I'll give you my prediction of who I think is going to win. I give you my word on that. I'm going to do it live in front of everybody. Zimriel, what's going on? Love your channel and your style of delivery. Keep up the good work. Much respect from the UK. Salute. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Let's see. Mad Chad. I'm trying to give a shout out to everybody before we sign out. Bernardi, what's going on, fam? Fury been knocked out by Bonds before. Fury never been knocked out. He's never been knocked out, brother. If he has, let me know, because he's undefeated. He's undefeated. So I never seen Fury get knocked out before. He's undefeated. So, but shout out to you, Bernardi. Fat Apples, what's going on? No, brother. Lennox didn't win all of the belts in one fight. He had 4, but not the WBO. No, Lennox was the last undisputed heavyweight champion. He was the last undisputed heavyweight champion. Go back and check it. Lennox Lewis was the last fighter to be undisputed heavyweight champion. And in order to be undisputed, you have to have all 4 belts. You know, unless you're saying that you can be undisputed with 3 belts. You know, I don't know. But let's see. Adrian, Wilder is a 42-year-old. Okay. The Boxing Jedi, salute, fam. I think that's it. And Pimp Name M. Dot, salute. Core Hero, salute. Let's see. HBU, salute. Lady Shan. Lady Shan in the building, salute. Salute. What's going on? Daniel D. Linton, salute. Ronald Finkley, salute. Let's see who else we got. Edwin Hilton, salute, brother. Salute to you. Hard Talk, Alti, salute. You said it wasn't bigger at the beginning. I said, what was the bigger at the beginning? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me address this. Anthony Joshua, for the last time, Anthony Joshua in the Tyson Fury fight is a bigger fight globally than the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight. Terrence Crawford is my favorite fighter. So I'm taking my bias out of this, and I'm saying that from a global perspective, global meaning worldwide, because Anthony Joshua have fans tune in to watch his fights all over the world. Facts. So now, worldwide, who are more fight fans are going to watch around the globe more so out of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, the heavyweight, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world fight, or Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is the talk of the United States. Outside of the United States, I'm pretty sure that the heavyweight division, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury is a bigger fight. That's what I'm saying. So I stick to that. Prove me wrong. All right. But salute to you, brother. Hard Talk. Salute to you. Let's see. Bacon and Eggs. Salute. Fat Apple. Salute. Skin Note. What it is? Sick Note. Oh, Sick Note Simpkins. Salute. Boxing Logic. Salute, fam. And I think that's it. I think I covered everybody. See Kyle. Many people are blinded by nostalgia. See Kyle, salute to you. Jermaine C, salute to you. Halim, salute to you. Lady Shan, salute. Let's see. Lisa Bell, salute. Braveheart, salute. And I think that's it, guys. Other than that, this is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams. Tune in tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We're dropping another video. The title of the video will be announced tomorrow. Other than that, that's it, guys. Much love, salute. Everybody take care. We are growing. We in the building. We're going to get to 10,000. Please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like this video, share this video. And other than that, guys, peace.